Hey everyone, it's Zachary here, and I'm going to be talking to you about mental health and how we can improve our own mental health. Some of these techniques might not work for everybody, and I'm only a person who experiences mental health problems. I'm not a qualified doctor, so if you are experiencing mental health problems and you haven't yet had a diagnosis and you're not getting the right treatment, then go speak to your doctor about it, because they'll be able to help you out. Some of these techniques that I use have taken me a long time to kind of push myself into, because some of them are a bit like, why? And some of them are like, how does that help? But it's just kind of persisting with these things, which is often the key to recovering, is just persisting with something. The one thing that has recently really helped me is colouring books. And I like colouring books. There's these ones that I recently bought. I'm not sponsored by them, I just happen to have bought them. Mindfulness colouring, and it's like, they're really small, so you can just take them wherever you want to go. Just little patterns and stuff that you can colour in, and there's nothing strenuous about this. If you muck up the colouring, that's perfectly fine. Like, it's the whole point is you're just getting out some of your emotions, and you're having to be colouring at the same time. Like, release some of your stress that you're having, and you're like, Urgh. And it doesn't matter if you, like I said, if you muck up. The whole point is it just happened, and then you can colour in a new picture if you really want to. Other things that have recently helped me kind of feel a little bit better is going for long walks. If you're more adventurous, then kind of go out for a bike ride and things like that, and take a map with you. Always make sure that you have some kind of communication device, so that you can actually contact someone if like you have trouble finding somewhere, or if you get a bit lost, or if you just want to talk to somebody. Then it's always nice to have that with you. The things that have helped me, and I know this is going to be like, is eating properly and drinking a lot of water, or drinking kind of juices that don't have a lot of additives in it. So try and keep drinking things like flavoured water if you don't like the taste of water. Like, I don't like the taste of water. And just drinking lots of juices that don't contain too much sugar. And fruit juices are really good for you, even though they do contain a lot of sugar. It's like you're getting your fruit. Like, we have to think about this. I mean, there's things like innocent smoothies, which are great, because that's just like 5 loads of vegetables and juice in like that thing. So do it. Fruit and veg is great. Like, a routine is what you need, because when you have a routine, that's like your mind is focused on that, and that's great, because you remember that you've got to do something because of that. Those kids are so loud. What are you doing? Why are you screaming? That's my routine. When the kids start yelling about 9 o'clock at night, I'm like, okay, it's time for bed. Other things that have helped me with my mental health is to switch my way of thinking. Now, this is done through CBT, and I used to get CBT, but now I don't. I'm in the process of waiting for it. But CBT is brilliant because it's cognitive behaviour therapy. Can't quite say the first word. And what it does is that you're meant to reevaluate a situation. So instead, for example, if your friend's not talking to you, you panic. Like, naturally you'll be like, oh my god, my friend hates me, what have I done? Like, did I do something wrong? Should I text them? What, do they ignore me? Now, the thing to do with CBT, is to switch your way of thinking and be like, maybe they've just had a bad day and they just need some time alone by themselves, and I'll text them maybe twice to see how they're doing, and if they don't reply, then that means they need some alone time to themselves, and I'll text them in the morning and I'll be like, hey, how you doing? Like, it's just switching your way of thinking. It's reevaluating a situation and making it positive rather than negative. Because sometimes when I'm in a really bad mood and I'm like, I'm really sad and everything's, and my brain's gonna explode, what I do is I write down positive things that I would like to hear at that moment, and then I post them on the interwebs, and I'm like, you know what, in like a day, I'll go look at that and maybe I'll feel better about things. Like, it's even if you are in a bad mood, you can still be positive about things. There will come a time when you don't have to flip your viewpoint, because you'll just automatically think of the more positive thing of the situation. I mean, sometimes the inevitable will be that the situation will be quite negative, and that's also fine. These things just happen. But you can always make a negative into a positive. Like, it's naffs. It's just maths. With things like depression, is often when people say things like, you just want to get, like, you're not trying hard enough to get better, or like, why can't you just think positively? Now, going back to what I just said, thinking positively and switching things around. Now, when you have depression, this is very hard to do, because you're already in the mindset of, which is absolutely fine. But when you are in a more stable mindset, then you can use some of the techniques that I told you, because then when the depression comes up, you can try and catch it just before it hits you. Now, when you are in a depressive mood, the thing you need to do is preoccupy yourself, because depression is really boring. It's so boring. You just sit there and you're like, oh God. Like for me, I just get really bored of just feeling numb, because you want to feel something. The thing that I do is just watch endless hours of Orange is the New Black on Netflix. Believe me, I'm addicted to that show. Or I watch loads of Disney films, like films that I've remembered that they've made me feel happy at some point, so I'm going to watch them and see if I can get that back. And sometimes you might not feel happy at the end of it, but you will remember the nostalgic feeling that you get when you're watching that film. You don't have to force yourself to do something in a depressive state, because sometimes it can just make it worse. But try and look after yourself. Like try and get up at a normal time. Try and have a shower, try and eat something. I mean, if you can't do all those things, at least eat something. This is the main thing. Like, even if you're just eating toast, like, or even if you're just having like some like noodles or something like that, you just want to eat something easy. You want to have some food in your body, because you need to fuel yourself through the day. Because sometimes with depression, you're sleeping an awful lot, so you need to get some grub in you. At least you've got something in your body. But remember, when you come out of that state, to try and get some vegetables in you, just so you can recharge yourself and be like, oh, I'm ready to rock. Like, I can't force you to do something. Like, the main thing is that you have to be able to do it yourself, and you have to be able to get yourself like charged up and to do these things and all that. Like, tomorrow things will feel okay. If you are feeling very depressed and you're not getting any help, go speak to your doctor if you can. I mean, I'm speaking from a very privileged situation here, where I can just go speak to my doctor and get help for free. And I know some people around the world can't do that, but if you can, then go do it, because you will find that sometimes a doctor is really helpful. And if they're not, ask for a new doctor. You're allowed to do that. Like, I've got a new doctor. Things everyone can do to make themselves feel better, and it's like just finding how to do those things and getting the help to do those things. Because sometimes when you know what you want to do, it's how do you do that. And sometimes you just need someone to tell you, you know, you can do it. You're gonna be fine. Like, I'm going to be here with you. And I think that's the thing, like, I'm going to be here with everyone. Like, if you need any help with anything, then just ask me, and I'll try and give you some guidance. Like, there's only so much I can do, because really it's you who's in control here. You're in control of your own mind right now. So if you just push yourself a little bit harder, and you can do it. Like, don't push yourself too hard. Like, don't go to the extreme, but just be like, okay, I can do this. I'm going to be okay, I can do this, and you can, and I believe in you. So yeah, hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you guys maybe next week. Okay, bye!